So Betty's really started from very humble beginnings. The first restaurant opened in Noosa in Queensland, and that was born out of the need to provide the community up there a simple concept, affordable concept, and that's where the Beach Shack burger concept was born. And it's grown since 2014, and we're really pleased to have opened recently our 25th restaurant in another iconic seaside location in Byron Bay. So, I think sometimes in those early days, in brands, the tricky part is to grow the business sustainably. And I think a milestone normally is around that 10 restaurants. I see if brands can make it to 10 restaurants and then continue, and it's really well received by the general communities we open in. To get to 25, I think is a great response from the Australian public, and the brand, the product, the positions we've got seem to be really well received. And to think back to Noosa in 2014 and to where we are today, it's fantastic to see where we've got to. Our main challenge at the moment is to make sure that the restaurants that we're opening, and because we're expanding and those expansion plans will continue, is to ensure that every restaurant we open and every team member and manager that we sort of bring into the business understands the power of that guest experience, and that we don't settle if a restaurant is not meeting that standard. We need to continue to invest in that restaurant, in our leadership teams, in our teams, within our kitchens, our front of house, to ensure that experience is an exceptional one, and it meets the standards of the remaining restaurants in the group. So it's clearly called out if things aren't to that level. And so that's our biggest challenge as we scale and we grow. So the last year's been an amazing one. So we've opened 11 restaurants since December last year. So we're averaging around a restaurant every 6 weeks. And that's in its own right has been a challenge. So we believe that there's an absolute space in the Australian market for another premium burger offer, and where we feel that the Australian community is asking that of us. So we're going to continue into the next 2 to 3 years with an expansion in Australia primarily. So we're currently investing deeply into the east coast of Australia, but at some point the demand to go west is there, and so we have a lot of guests asking at the moment when we're coming to Western Australia. So we will be there probably in the next 12 months. And there's also we are operating in a company environment, so all of our restaurants are owned and operated by ourselves, so we'll continue that path. And there's also a draw and a demand internationally, particularly in the Asian markets at the moment. But what we're trying to do is make sure that our Australian growth strategy is clear, and we continue on our path to probably 100 to 150 restaurants here in Australia. We believe that's the opportunity, and then at some point in time, no doubt, there'll be an opportunity for us to partner overseas.